those samples and stuff, and was putting it together, and Fuquan came over and programmed the drum pattern. And then Dad was like, yo, just make a whole new song out of this. And he wrote Sally out of it. So, yeah, so there's a lot of things, man, you know. But when you're young, when you don't really understand the side of business, so you don't understand the concept of songwriting, you know, sometimes the lines get blurred. And I'm like, okay. I thought when I was younger, writing songs meant writing the lyrics. I didn't know music was considered music writing, you know. So that's why a lot of things in the early time, it's just, you know, yeah, okay, you did it. And you look back, you're like, whoa, I got it, you know.
How was it working with Cool Keith?
I love working with Keith because as crazy as he appears to be, he's super professional. Like when we did Weapon World, and I told him the concept.
Weapon World.
I told him the concept and everything. I said, yeah, you know, you got to be this weapons dealer dude. And he came in on point to the studio. It was out in LA. So I recorded him in Everlast, I think, the same day. And he came in and he had like a gun magazine, and you know, he did his research, like he was serious. And I was like, wow. I was like, it's so late, you know. And he was early because I just finished recording. I was in the middle of recording Everlast. I tried to schedule the sessions right after each other. He came in early, knocked it out. So I was like, wow, you know.
Yeah, because I remember he said he enjoyed working with you.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's like it's real easy, you know. So like says he'll you know Keith, he'll talk a crazy game, but when it comes to like really working and getting down and really honing his craft, like he doesn't play around. So I can respect that.
He's a beast on the mic. That's what's up. So with De La, how did y'all like share the production? Like all collective most of the time?
Yeah, I mean a lot of the early, especially the early De La stuff was us just going record for record. You know, it's like, yo, I got this idea. I think it's this. Well, yeah, I think we should add this to it. So, you know, it's imagine if all of us are sitting together and we're making a record. And, you know, I say, okay, I want to use, I don't know, this James Brown beat. And then listen to it and go, yo, I got something to go with that. Yo, I got something to go with that. Yo, I got something. So we're kind of like, you know, kind of add on. And it was more or less my responsibility to sit down and put it together and make it cohesive. Because though they had an idea in the ear and certain records they want to use, they didn't know how to put it together. So I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, let's do this, let's change that, and let's do whatever. I think your rhyme should be this. You know, it was really organized and everything. That shouldn't be there, we should put a hook here, you know. So it was more or less them having really brilliant ideas and me showing them how to make a record out of it or a song.
Right.
So, yeah. Those are like fun times. I mean, we had a lot of fun making those records. You know, we just laugh the whole time, just put songs together and knock them out. We weren't stressing too much of anything, you know. It was just, everything was like experimenting.
Like, cause you know, you also know for your skits. How was that all? How did it all come from?
The skits came about on the De La record. Actually, we used to call them bug out pieces. It's like, hey, we're gonna throw a bug out piece on the record. It's like, all right. And they all start out with the end of, I think it was Plug Tune It. I can't remember if it was Plug Tune and Freedom of Speech or was Jennifer. I don't remember what record we put on, but we had like this little snippet piece where we were just kind of bugging out. And then I came about on the album. I was trying to find a way to link the album together. Because at that time, I used to listen to hip-hop records. And then, you know, people, especially with the new group, you didn't really know who the MCs were. You didn't know, I don't know. It's like I wanted to make their personas distinctive, and so the best way to do it was make skits. And I based it on a game show, because back then game shows people used to like, hi, my name's Phil, and I collect this and I do that, and I'm from whatever. And I was like, yo, that's the best way to identify each and every person. And so that's how the skits came about. It was more or less, like I said, just to have people identify and know who each one was and what they did. Which I thought, you know, that was important, so when you listen to the record, it becomes a little more personable, as opposed to just like one dude rapping, next dude rapping, another dude rapping, next song, you know.
Right. Yeah, but you always, I mean, even you by yourself, and then you as a collective with De La, I think you all like took it to the next level as far as the samples that you all use. Like, it was like real organic type of, you go with jazz, like rock, it was funk, like that was kind of like all over, and I think it kind of shaped a certain sound for the game and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we based a lot of our music on our influences. You know, I know for me, a big influence just for like record collecting and providing, especially a good basis for De La Soul is Bambaataa. Bambaataa played everything and anything if you went to, if you heard Bambaataa spin it. Even if you like, you go back and you listen to like any tapes that after Bambaataa did or like parties and stuff, you know, he played everything. He wasn't like technically the greatest DJ, but he had more records than everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how I kind of based a lot of it on. And like I said, we all bring something different to the table. And, you know, plus, you know, you got tired of getting the same old. It's like, you know, let's, you know, bring something that we like, you know, as opposed to being forced to having to sample James Brown, being forced. You know, there's some James Brown things you like, because James Brown is just the man, you know, but you don't have to sample him to be down. So you try to like kind of go all over the place.
Hey, what'd you think about Ultramagnetic back in the day?
Oh man, Ultramagnetic was a big deal. It's funny, when I was first shopping when we first finished the De La Soul demo, which was Plug Tuning and Freedom of Speech. I remember I played it for Daddy O. Oh, I remember he kind of dissed it too, because remember when I was recording, I said, yo, I got this group, you know, it's De La Soul, once you hear it, I remember he said that, he's like, it sounds like Ultramagnetic. He was just like whole dissed it. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah. And I know we were all Ultramagnetic fans to begin with, so it's definitely influence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that goes without question. You know.
Yeah, because you all took it to another level, though, like somewhere else. But it was definitely, y'all wasn't scared to break the rules like Ultra was.
Yeah. I mean, Ultramagnetic, man. You know, to me, it was like a big deal. And the irony of it was we had recorded in the same studio, because Ultramagnetic had originally recorded in Calliope.
Right.
So, you know, it was kind of weird that we was in the same place. But yeah, definitely, you know. I think even VX Daylight is well, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes you pick out, yo, I like this person's style, rhyme style, this person's, you know, whatever, the lyrics or like whatever. But when you got like a overall talent, then that's, you know, to me that's a rarity. That's why I said, what's not dope about it?
No, that's good. And then the album Resurrection by Kane.
Correct.
When you hear that, what comes to mind?
Resurrection by Common, it reminds me of me and De La sitting back saying how dope that album is, and at some point we should work with him. Yeah. That remember how production, how good the production was. That's what when I think of that album in particular.
Any songs or anything that stands out from that album that you remember?
I don't know if there's any one song, because that's one of those albums you can listen to front to back and without having to skip. But I know maybe one that really sticks out is the one where they sampled Roll. Yeah. I don't know the title of the song because I don't have a cassette, so it's like, you know, you just play it from the front to back.